Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of my channel. In today's episode, I have my very good friend Toby Ajayi.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's going to be a very interesting video today because I've known Toby for almost 5 or 7 years now. We went to the same undergrad college and we ended up in the same grad school here in the United States. So my goal on this episode is to pick Toby's brain on how his experience has been navigating the United States of America as an international student, and hopefully you can learn 1 or 2 things from Toby's experience and my experience included. So without further ado, let's get started. So I really want I want us to have a conversation about the idea of coming down to America.
Okay.
Because most people, it's an idea that they think about when they don't know what to do after graduating. When did that idea become very apparent to you that you want to leave Nigeria and come down here for your education?
All right. I think for me, I've always wanted to leave. Maybe because of the upbringing I had, the set of people around me. Yeah, I got my international passport when I was in SS3. So I'd always wanted to leave, a long time ago. I wrote SAT when I was in SS3. Imagine, way back. So I got 4 admissions while I was still in school.
For undergrad?
Yes. For undergrad and all of that. So I've always wanted to meet. The idea has been there. I mean, coupled with the fact that I did physiology and I felt like, what did I do physiology in Nigeria? So the energy has always been there, when I'm done.
Yeah. So and that's good, because I also studied human anatomy in Nigeria, and I can tell you there are no jobs for human anatomy or physiology in Nigeria. But the only reason why I accepted the admission for my program in Nigeria was because I researched and I saw that there are so many opportunities here in America to get a graduate education for free. Yeah. So for me, I've always known that I'm leaving Nigeria since my first year in university. And that really guided the way that I approached my education. I was committed to some extent, but I was also interested in, number one, raising money and setting myself up in a situation where I can live. So it's fair to say that you knew you were going to leave even before you started undergrad. What I really want you to do is, if you can walk us through the timeline. I mean, I know you've always wanted to leave Nigeria, right? Yeah. But can you walk me through the timeline of you going through the entire process from when you were done with undergrad and how you ended up in the United States?
Yeah, a little step back. So I've had a couple of admissions while I was still in school. Because I used my 100 level transcript to 100 level to 300, 400 level to apply for many programs. And some of the programs, fortunately, actually gave me admission.
So this is master's admission or undergrad?
Master's, yes.
Oh, damn.
So I used 100 level to 400 level courses I've done, the transcript, and that's what I used to apply. And I gained admission in a couple of universities.
Oh, I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah, I did that. And that's how I gained some admission. So I had those admissions with me. I couldn't do the whole process because I felt like I need to finish first. Because at some point they will ask you for your, full transcript and certificate and all that. That might be necessary at some point, maybe. So I pended on that. Then when I graduated, that was when I went out full force. So my target that time was the 2, Germany, because I knew if I get into Germany, it's going to be tuition free. Yeah. And also the US. Yeah. I still had some UK admissions, on the way. So, but my major targets were on those 2 countries. Yeah. Germany and the US.
United States.
Yes. So Germany was all settled. I got everything I needed. I was already preparing, you know what I'm trying to say. But let me go back a little bit. My energy for the passion to go for US dropped after I was denied twice.
Oh man.
So I went to the embassy 2 times. No, altogether 3 times.
Was this back to back or you had time in between?
I had time in between.
Oh man,
there was one I went the first one and the second one was back to back. Oh. But when I mean back to back, it's not back to back.
Yeah, you got home and applied.
No. That's how I did it. It was a few months because I still had some time before admission. So I still had, and my service was still very active. Yeah. So if I remember vividly, it was Abuja. Oh. First one was Abuja, yes.
Wait, did you get your visa in Abuja or Lagos?
Lagos.
Okay.
Eventually Lagos. Okay. But in Abuja, it was when they posted us for NYC. I was stream 2. You guys had gone already, but
Yeah.
I was stream 2. So I went from school to Abuja for the interview. I got denied. I had to call them at home to help me pack my load. I went to NYC.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I got there and everything was so uninteresting. I'm not supposed to be here.
I don't even know you. You'll be on the plane and then now.
Trust me.
No.
I got there late, like 3-4 days after everybody had
Yeah.
come to come, because I didn't plan to. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
My faith was on I'm leaving,
Getting the
completely,
visa.
getting the
Yeah.
visa and this leaving.
Leaving, yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. That's not how I planned it. So I went to camp. I was done with camp. Resumed my PPA. I from Taraba. Because it was from Abuja,
Okay.
I went to Taraba to camp. Then I redeployed from Taraba to Ogun State.
Okay.
So when I got to Ogun State, I was calmed already. I was like, okay, now
is
I
what
have
it is.
enough energy. This is what it is. Let me try again. Because
Yeah.
I still had some time before resumption, right?
Yeah.
So I reapplied to, then I went to Lagos.
Yeah.
This time around, I don't want to even talk about the experiences. The first one, I actually felt like, oh, maybe I was not confident enough.
Yeah.
The way I spoke to the person and all of that. This time around, I was super confident. I was everything you have to ask me. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have them. And low-key, I felt like I was overconfident. I felt like I did too much.
cocky, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I sounded like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And, so that was it. The third time, I didn't want to go. Shout out to my brother.
That encouraged
Try this one now. Try this one
Yeah.
for the last time, Honestly speaking, I went there with the mindset of, if you guys want to give me, you don't want to give me.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I think more often than not, I went for my visa interview once, by the way. I had that attitude when I showed up. Like, I wanted it, but it wasn't the end of the world for me. So
Trust
I don't, if you're from Nigeria, you probably be able to relate to what I'm about to say.
Mhm.
If you go to like a bank to withdraw money before all this ATM thing became very popular, you know how you go and you talk to a teller like you want your money from a bank account, like you're very confident.
Yeah.
Like you know that you're asking
It's your
for
money. Yeah.
That was the vibe that I had when I went for my visa.
I think it works, to be honest. It works.
Because in a way, you're not desperate, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
And you're not sounding desperate anyway.
Yes. But
And my own confidence came from the fact that I already had Germany to go.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I already had my admission. I was traveling for sure.
yeah.
So before the US, I just felt like I didn't even want to go. My brother was like, you still have some time. Try this
One more time.
for the last time and all of that. So I said, if they don't give me this time, I'm focusing on going to, institution for any reason. I'm not
Go
looking
to
for
Germany.
GA. I'm not
Yeah.
looking for research assistantship and all of
Yeah.
that. So I went with that attitude. Guy, I had white shirt, rolled my, I'm telling you, my sleeves were rolled. I just went like, oh yeah, what do you have to
Whatever
say?
happens, happens.
And I just got there. The person that was in front of me said, they don't deny him. It was my time to the guy was like, what are you? I got my visa in less than 2 minutes. He just said, why are you going to this school? Just said, why are you going to the US? I told him I was going for a master's degree. And he just looked at my whatever and he's like, okay,
Approved.
and that was so
Even you can't believe it, yes.
when they gave me the paper, I said, is this denial? Because I'm used to it. Because it's white, oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And that was the energy for me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this time around we need to back. And it was very quick for me because I had like 2 weeks to admission. Sorry, to
Resumption.
I just had to like park and like, okay, NYSC. And it was,
Did you finish your NYC?
yeah, it was, I get I got my visa like
POP.
passing out Paris. Yes. It was 2 weeks after.
Oh.
We passed out and I passed out on Nigeria.
Well, to be honest, your story is very similar to mine in regards to NYC and such.
Mhm.
I think I did my POP and 2 weeks later I got my US visa
Yeah.
to come down here.
Mhm.
And also I said it's similar because I also wanted to go to Germany, right?
Yeah.
I got an admission. I think it's like a university in Jena in Germany.
Yeah.
And it was great because there were no tuition and all of that.
Yeah.
But there was a roadblock for me. If you're trying to go to Germany, they have this block account.
Block account, yeah.
Yes. And you need to show, is it like 6,500 or 7,000
As at that time.
pounds or something?
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't have that, right? But that's crazy because when I had to come to the US, my first semester was not funded. I had to pay for that myself. I paid like 5,000 or you too.
Yeah.
See, we kind of have very similar stories. So I had to pay like, I think $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I couldn't wrap my head around the idea of putting my money for the German block accounts.
account.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't have to like do the block account thing.
Yeah.
I had somebody in Germany who stood as sponsor. So there were two options. You could actually build the block account yourself with your funds,
Money, yeah.
or you have somebody who is a resident in Germany
yeah.
that will stand as, oh, I'm gonna be this person's sponsor.
Oh, okay.
So the person just needs to give you the
letter or something.
whatever to just show that they are responsible enough to take care of
for your
everything
finances.
Yeah, that was what I used then.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, that's great because I have a feeling this is gonna be a very long video, honestly, because there's so much, to talk about. But if you're not living if you're not gonna leave this video with anything, I think it's important to go back and talk about some of the points that Toby made as regards to getting your visa to come here for your studies. You cannot be desperate.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you also have to realize the fact that US is just one of several other countries in the world, right? There are so many. There's UK, there's Canada, there's Germany, there's Australia. The list goes. I have friends in China.
Yeah,
they're fine too.
Japan.
Hong Kong. Yeah. So
Japan.
there are so many other options. If you approach the process of getting your F1 visa like that, knowing fully well that there are options, there are other things that you can do if you don't get the visa, I think you will be much more relaxed and you'll probably give a better interview as compared to it's all about
this country.
Yes. Yeah. So that's good.